I feel extraordinarily privileged to have received Selfhelp's Elie Wiesel Humanitarian Award, and equally so to recognize the recipient of the 2021 Fran Eizenstat Legacy Award, Brian Marcus. Most of us know Brian is an exceptionally talented photographer. In fact, there have been numerous articles written about Brian, his father and grandfather, showcasing their remarkably beautiful work. What's most extraordinary, however, is that Brian has found a way to combine his photographic skills with his passion to perpetuate the memory, the strength, and the spirit of Holocaust survivors. The result is a beautiful, impactful book that I'm very proud to have, entitled Still Here: Inspiration from Survivors and Liberators of the Holocaust. So it's my pleasure to introduce the recipient of Selfhelp's 2021 Fran Eizenstat Legacy Award, Brian Marcus. Brian, mazel tov on your accomplishment, not just with this book, but your lifetime of putting into photographic dimensions the Holocaust.
Action.
Brian is extremely charismatic.
Brian is one of a kind.
Smart, energetic.
He can be intense in a good way.
Very sensitive, very sentimental, and extremely creative.
Great father, great husband, great son.
Handsome as can be, great hair.
Brian's a mensch.
Here's Brian.
The motivation of Still Here was really because I was upset that I never really connected in a visual way with my grandfather. We had a wonderful relationship, but I never really sat down with him and sort of recorded his history. And for the job that I have and the passion I have, it was kind of strange that I never did that.
My father, Fred Marcus, was born in Breslau, Germany, which is now part of Poland. He experienced Kristallnacht. He was sent to Buchenwald, where he was for some time, was actually helped out of Buchenwald by a non-Jewish worker and given a ticket to go to Cuba. He went to Cuba, all really that he had, a few personal belongings and a camera. He was always an amateur photographer. He went to Cuba, photographed people, families on the beach, and sold those pictures to make some kind of a living. The beautiful thing was that he created these relationships in Cuba and decided to follow those clients of clients of his back to New York. Opened a studio on the West Side where his clients were, and they remembered him. They remembered his photographs. He had a tremendous talent for lighting, for getting expressions. He just had a terrific way.
Brian saw his dedication to his craft. He saw Andy's dedication that came from Fred, and then it trickled down to him. I always say this creative gene went 3 generations, which is shocking.
My daddy takes pictures. My daddy's a guitarist.
The passion to really be that recorder of these memories and these moments, especially the real joyous ones, is special to me. And I sort of caught the bug a long time ago, watching my grandfather and my father, and it's always been in my blood. You know, it's definitely something I'm proud of.
I think it means a lot to Brian to continue the business that his grandfather started.
This business was truly always a family business. You can't go anywhere with my opa when he was alive, my dad, my brother, without someone stopping them and saying, you know, you did my bar mitzvah, or you did my wedding, my cousin's wedding, anything. And it's so nice to see it continuing with Brian. So getting stopped and saying, your brother just did my best friend's wedding is an honor.
Recently, a New York City photographer set out to take pictures of as many survivors who are still here as possible.
I heard about the book Still Here when Brian came to me and asked me if I would help him. I think the book is fabulous. I look at my copy often. He gave me a photograph of Elie Wiesel, at the event as well that I hang in my home. And it means a lot to me, given the fact that my grandfather's siblings perished in the Holocaust, and so I have some personal feelings about it.
My in-laws' picture in Still Here meant the world to them. And the picture of the two of them embracing with their eyes closed, it showed the love and the warmth that they had not only for each other, but that they were at peace.
The lines around their face showed the years of trauma that they went through, yet the smiles showed the happiness that life offered them. And by Brian capturing that moment of mom and dad together has been with me every day.
You know, the way that I look at photographs is it's a moment in time and it never goes away. And you think about the book, you know, if you flip through it, unfortunately, some people have passed away. But you were able to hold on to the still images and the stories and the pictures of these people.
But he is a fantastic photographer. So it was not just to take a picture. His main goal was to really, and he was able to encapsulate the personality. I personally am extremely honored and very proud to be part of his book. Also, what is wonderful, all the proceeds, the profits from the book, went to Selfhelp.
Brian is a member of the board of Selfhelp, and the whole purpose of Selfhelp is to help Holocaust survivors. Brian is an intricate part of that.
So to have the opportunity to join the board of Selfhelp was a proud moment for me. Selfhelp has been around a very long time, almost the same time that my grandfather started his business. I think my grandfather is looking down on me and appreciates the time that I've spent with Selfhelp, and hopefully it'll last for my entire life. We'll see.
If Brian's grandparents knew that he was being honored by Selfhelp, they would be so proud. I think that is the highest compliment we could pay them and pay Brian.
It's just a wonderful thing, you know, when your children do well, you're happy.
I'm very proud that my daddy's getting this award. I'm proud of my daddy.
I'm proud of him, very proud of him. I'm always proud of him, but I'm extra proud of him today.
My parents were so proud to be a part of Brian's beautiful book, Still Here. Brian has captured the essence of the survivors and the strength and determination they had to rebuild their families and their lives. I want to congratulate Brian on this well-deserved award from Selfhelp.
Brian has always been not only an adorable and fun-loving and wonderful young man, but he was always passionate. Whether it's working, he did my children's weddings, whether it's I see him with his kids, with his family, and most of all, I saw a special side of Brian when he was doing this book, and I saw how much it meant to him and how much of himself he put into it, which is why this book is so spectacular.
All I can say is thank you, and I promise to continue to educate and do my best to share my experiences, and really I appreciate the honor. I really do.